Hello, this is Mohammed Ali Marashli, matric number 190552. I'm doing my second CEL project, which is a reflection and opinion video about the Wenjin in Wonderland. And now I've watched the video. It was a really nice video. First question is about how do I feel when I watch the video. I have a mixture of feelings. If I'm to name three, it would be interested, amazed, and and the third one is warm. So I'm interested. It really interests me how creative people can be, and how we keep producing new forms of art. And for me, I define art as beauty. So we keep producing new forms of beauty every year, every day, and we've been doing that for thousands of years, and we still can produce new forms of art. This is really interesting to me, how creative humans can be. And I'm also amazed by the fact that we can create something which can distinguish us out of the rest. I mean, this is a new form of art which was created by a person out of 7.3 billion people, and it was relatively simple. It didn't have any complicated or high requirement. It only needed simple recyclable material and a sleeping child, which I think most people have. And yet out of 7.3 billion, she was the one to take the initiative to make such art, which I believe is amazing. It's amazing how we can find ways to distinguish ourselves in society. And the third one is warm. I feel warm because I see in this video a reflection of the mother's feeling to her son. I see that the part that generated her creativity and made her produce such a beautiful art is her feeling to her son, her love, her want to keep record of him growing, to give him nice memories even when he's too small to remember them, so in the future he can look at them and feel her love. So I also felt her love to her son, and I feel warm, and this also reminds me of my own mother. So it really gives me this warm feeling, which is I want to say this is the thing I liked most about watching this video, because I'm not much of an art person. So the second question comes to be state, in my opinion, some of the difficulties that she might have faced. Now, most of the difficulties were addressed in the video, such as not having enough time, or time constraints, because she have to finish everything before the child is sleeping. The second constraint was the child sometimes wakes up. However, another constraint or difficulty that I think she did not mention, which is it's difficult to produce an art with a certain set of the materials. I mean, okay, so let's say she's using toilet paper. She needs a certain quantity of toilet paper, and we usually don't just have the recyclable material, stacked around. We usually just throw it, and we don't just stack it until we have a project for it. So she either looks at the material she have and decides to produce an art with it, which is difficult because you have a constraint of what to use. You have to be really creative in order to come up with a way to use them in a nice background. Or she thinks of a background, and then she starts collecting this recyclable material, which can be hard in order to produce the background. In either scenarios, she should have some difficulty in acquiring the materials needed for the art, although they are recyclable. Now, for the third question is, in my opinion, do I believe that trash can be reused to make art? Well, of course it is. As I stated before, art, for me, art is a form of beauty. And everything, I heard this sentence once, everything has a beauty, but not everyone can see it. So trash also has its beauty, and even if not everyone can see it, some people which are artists can express that beauty. So the way she expressed that beauty here is in using it in a background where she puts her child and produces a wonderful piece. And other people would use it in modern art. There are many modern art sculptures which are made of wasted material. I have I have seen people making wonderful sculptures of bottles, empty bottles, or even just the cap of the bottle. People even make wonderful things using this material, either by like pixelating them, like they treat each material as a pixel, and by collecting them in a certain arrangement you get a nice image, or maybe using them as building material to form a sculpture. There are many ways in which art have used trash material throughout the years to produce beautiful things. So yes, trash can be reused to produce art.